Welcome to Judy's Mind Body. You're going to inhale up, feet are open here, and exhale down. This is triple burner. You're coming up above the head. Inhale here, expand. As you come down, your feet are in a V and you contract, which means you're exhaling down. Inhale through the nose and bring your tongue to the upper palate while you do that, and then exhale down through the central chair here, this central part of your lungs, not the chair, and blow it out first. What we want is to put the tongue on the upper palate right next to the upper teeth. And inhale through the nose and exhale that way. And then the air comes all the way down to the abdomen. And that's called burning the exhale through 3 dantians: head, heart and lungs, and abdomen. And triple burner is done 9 times, but we'll just do it 3 more here. Almost everything is in 9s in Tai Chi Chih, because this has ancient roots in Qigong, maybe 5,000 years old, we think. And 2 more now. Nine is said to be the noble Chinese number. Here's your inhale through the nose. Your tongue's on the upper palate, and now let the air come down through the throat all the way down on the exhale to the abdomen, inside. It's largely an internal practice. We're going to shake it out now. If you feel any tension during the class, please do take care of yourself. If you have a stool nearby or whatever you need, you should have some water nearby too. So when you shake out in Qigong, you start with your heels, you move up to your knees, you up to your hips, up to the shoulders, and you can add some sound. So for example, you could add, inhale, aha. Exhale. Inhale the other way, aha. Aha. Exhale. You could bring it up into head voice, like a whoo, a whoo. That exercises the other part of the voice. A whoo over here, a whoo. Let's try a hey. A hey, and flatten the palm this time. Bend the back knee. Bring up this toe. Ready? A he. A he. Good. That's called picking up a feather and letting it go. When you let it go, you flatten the palm. Inhale up. Aho. Aho. Flatten the palm as you come back, looking at your wall as if you're painting it with a flat palm. Again, aho. Aho. And down here. And let's shake it out again, because we don't want to add any tension doing this stuff. Good. Now we're going to simply picking up a feather and letting it go. Just pick it up and release it. And bend back towards this leg. Inhale. Bending this back leg. The toe comes up here. Good. Now we'll go the opposite way. Picking up a feather and letting it go. Inhale up. And see if you can extend this time so that you actually extend the back leg. You're on the toe there. Come back again. And one more, picking up a feather and letting it go. And you flatten the palm as you exhale, coming all the way down that wall. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale up here. Inhale. And as you exhale, flatten the palm as you come down the wall. And one more inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to shake it out again. Heels, knees, hips, upper body. That's very good to do. Okay, now we're going to move into an aerobic thing. This is knocking at the gates. Take it easy, but slide on the ball of the foot and back, and then the ball of the foot, whatever you want to do to slide across, but let the heel rise as you do it so that you're getting a feeling of the hips, the knees, and the heels moving together here, never isolating or torquing anything. This sliding on the balls of the feet, if you have a rug, is really good. Good. Shake it out again. Now we're going to come to the kidneys. The kidney area is considered in yoga to be this area right around the waist and a little bit above. So tap yourself there. It's all part of knocking at the gates. This is another important gate. Now we bring it up to the lung points right here. You're going to tap there. Then with the feet open into a V, you're going to tap down here, flatten the back, let go, inside of the legs, tapping outside of the legs, down this arm, up the inside of it, across, down this arm, up, and shake it out again. So let's smooth it out too. So smooth it out coming down, folding forward from the hips, flat back, rounding when you get down about here, and come back up, making sure that you're comfortable in the body to fold forward. Let's fold forward as if you're going to dive from a diving board, flat back here, then round, let go. Come back up, the backs of the palms together. Inhale for the fountain, slight back bend of the upper spine. Inhale, center, and then coming down again, backs of the palms together, halfway, and then release. I think it helps to realize that if we make a sound as we go over, like washu, you can use your abdominal muscles here because sound floats with this washu, washu. Try it another time with me, okay? Place your hand on your belly. Washu, washu, washu. You want to feel the inhale there rather than up here. Washu. Okay, you want washu. You want fair amount of strength there, okay? So we're going to come inhale and go across and down. Whoosh. Coming back up, backs of the palms together on your inhale. And going over. Take a breath in first. And one more time for the fountain. Inhale and washu. Good. Tap this time inside the legs. Outside. You're bringing chi to all the skin and fascia and the blood vessels here. Up to the chest, down this arm, up the inside of it, across and down. Good, and shake it out. Good. Now, if you've got a stool nearby, we're going to look at the weight shift. If you don't have a stool nearby, you'll have to do it just coming to the balls of the feet, or you can use a wall and then come back towards the heels. We're letting the toes rise and then letting the heels rise. Good. Coming forward to the balls of the feet, let the heels rise. Coming back, noticing how you're going to let the toes rise. Okay, so that's your forward, back, up, down weight shift. If we turn that into rocking motion with a chair nearby, you can actually just use one hand and use the other hand to lift up with the toes, coming back towards the heels now. And then lifting up toes here, and then heels rise. When you come back, the toes rise. When you come forward, the heels rise. Good, now you can do that without holding on. But just this time, lift the heels only a little bit and the toes a little bit when you come back. Here's where you would lift the heels as you come forward. Here's where you would lift heels, the toes when you come back. So practicing with a chair or a stool is a really good way to do this. Now let's look at the weight shift. So you're going to sink down now, feet in a V, and you've got this very soft shift forward and very soft shift back. And as you come forward, the heels rise, maybe a paper thin behind you. And then when you come back, the toes the same. That's where bare feet is a way to really feel this. When you sink down in the middle, it's called the bubbling spring because you're coming across a point in the foot that sends a lot of energy through the whole body, through all the whole meridian system. And we're drawing a figure 8 with the index fingers here. And now we're going to relax the palms and add that in. And keeping your figure 8, which is the symbol of eternity or long life and happiness. A symbol shared by both Eastern and Western medicine, that figure 8. This being your inhale is soft. There's circularity in it as you come down on the exhale. And it's all moving from the center body. Place your hand on your abdomen, one hand, and then explore the expansion at the abdomen on your inhale and the contraction on your exhale. Good. Now we're going to explore this with your chair again. This time we're going to sit on it. And with your buttocks to the forward part of the chair, place your right hand or left hand for men or right hand for women on the belly. And then your other hand is on the upper chest. And you're going to inhale, expand abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, raising the collarbones here. And coming down, exhale from the collarbones down without dropping the chest. Inhale through the nose. Place your tongue on the upper palate already and exhale through the mouth. Down through the whole center of the esophagus. Inhale again. Exhale down. And the breath is in 3 parts. So this time, as a yogi, you're going to inhale through the nose completely and exhale through the nose. Inhale, expand the belly, rib cage, upper chest. Start the exhale down, upper chest, rib cage, abdomen. Again, 3-part breath. If we put a number to it, it would be 1, 2, 3, going up, and 3, 2, 1 coming down. 3, 2, 1, and you return to the abdomen. The dantian is 2 inches below the navel and about 1 inch inside the body. So when you touch that part of your body, that's what's going to expand. That's your chi point at the bottom. So if you inhale here and you exhale there, as you go forward and back with a weight shift, you don't ever have to raise your shoulders. Okay, so shake it out. We're going to, while we're sitting right here for a moment, we're going to hold on to the chair and drop the chin towards the chest. And I won't be mirroring you here. So taking your chin towards the chest, bring your left ear towards the left shoulder. And then your right ear towards the right shoulder, and you'll be in a circle, but keeping the shoulders down and back. These are the official yoga type rolls of the head. And now you're going to go the opposite way. You're going to go with your left ear and shoulder together. Up here, inhaling, and then coming down your right ear to your right shoulder. And I am mirroring you now. So those head rolls are really important. Now, when we come down the body, we come to the shoulders next. And you bring your fingers right inside of where the shoulders rise, and you inhale here, and you exhale back, letting the shoulder blades roll down the back. Meanwhile, the fingers are just going around the upper arms here, forward and back. And as the exhale comes back, you feel the shoulder blades come together on the exhale. Because you really want to open that chest when you do any of these things with Tai Chi. Now you're going to come back, up, forward, and down. So place the fingers there again. Back, up, and now forward. This will close the chest, but opens the back. Here's your exhale. Here's your inhale. And they work together in a circle. Many, many circles in Tai Chi. Good. Now you're going to go forward, up, back, and down. And now you're opening the chest again, which is what we need when we move. So from a chair, you can practice these things. You can also practice them standing. But let's bring your index finger to the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull here. And feel it lift up as if it had a string pulling it up. And when you do that, notice how the body really lengthens, and place your other hand with just the thumb against your tailbone and feel a connection from the back of the skull all the way down through the thoracic, lumbar spine and down towards this tailbone. And it's really a line. So if you think about that, and then you bring the head in a position that you're not bringing the head forward like this, you'll stay in alignment. From there, let's go up here to a side bend, which we can do seated. You have to bring your feet out into a V here. And really extend out. Good. So you've got a V up here and you've got a V down here. Now you're going to bring this hand down the leg here and look up towards your hand. So you're between two panes of glass here in yoga. And then you're going to do a side bend to the other way, sliding down that leg. Yoga and Qigong are very, very connected. So here's your inhale, and then here's your exhale down that leg. And here's the exhale down the other leg. Inhale first. Good. And you want to keep those legs fairly strong. So let's do a few other things here. Bringing the knee up and out with the foot, up and out. Bend one knee, straighten the leg. Good. That's just kind of little things we can do to warm up the body. Bring the leg up, out, and down. Good. Bring the foot out and turn it around, circling towards the inside. And then circle it out. Good. Now the other leg, bring it out, straighten it out, circle it around, just the toes and heels, and then the other way. And bring it up and out this way, back, up, and down. Other leg, up, out, back down. Good. Now we're going to bring the feet out to the side here. We'll do some things that bring the hips with the knee and the ankle together. We're going to stir a pot. So hold on with one to one part of your chair. Good. Now we're going to stir on the other way. Good. Now we're going to do a couple things that'll bring the arms forward. We're going to bring the arms up like this to do a crawl stroke. And you can hold on if you need to, just do one arm. And then the other arm. And then if you're really on your stool pretty well, you might want to sit back a bit here. Then do both arms. Like a condor. And now back the opposite way. Good. And now we're going to do a breaststroke. So bringing your hands like this, you're going to inhale and exhale out. And you're going to say washu, washu. Inhale. Washu. One more. Inhale. Washu. We want to really open up the core and we want to strengthen it. So all of those things are important. Now let's look at the prayer twist for balance. How would you do this when you're seated? Bring the feet together. Come forward. We're going to do a prayer twist that takes us this way to your right. Inhale. Lengthen and twist the upper body, basically the hips, the upper body, the head, and the third eye, which is the middle of the forehead. Exhale this way. Inhale back to center. This is all very slow. Slowness is really important in this practice. And then you're going to exhale towards the other side. Prayer twist, seated. Inhale again. And one more exhale to your right. Three-quarter turn here. Seeing behind you a little bit. Inhaling center. And now exhaling towards your left. Very good. Okay. Prayer twist for balance. We can do that also standing. So let's move now into some work standing. We won't need the chair or stool. Buddha picks up the earth. Lengthen all the way up here with these hands and notice how you've got a V this way and a V down here, the feet. And exhale down. Pick up a ball of energy, which is the world. Inhale it and then push it up on the exhale. Say washu, washu. That engages your core. So I like to do that. Inhale, engage your core, breathe. Yeah, the palms turn up and upside down right when you get to your chin. And one more, a Buddha picks up the earth. Very good. Let's shake it out. And now we come to the beautiful Qigong propeller. We're going to inhale, bringing the palms out to the sides. And you're going to exhale here. Inhale back to center and exhale towards your other way, to the right. Inhale, center, and make sure the third eye in the middle of your forehead is what's motivating you to turn. And last one of the propeller. Good. Coming down to your hips. We'll do some hip circles forward, to your right, back, to your left, forward. Hitting all those points. So here's 1, 2, 3, back, 4, 5. Good. Now we're going to go the opposite way. Forward, left, back, right, forward. Good. Coming back to center, bring the feet together, preparing for some circles of the knees. You're going to bend forward from the hips, flat back here. Take hold of your knees, keep them together, and you're going to go forward to your right, back, left, forward. And see if you can really hold those knees, the ligaments around the knees, and with your open palms. Good. Now going the opposite way. Forward, left, back, right, forward. Great. Coming back up. And we'll do a few of the walk that we do that's called the Buddhist walking meditation, also called the Qigong walk. It's so slow that when you inhale here and exhale towards this right foot, you bring the left heel forward and you do something like pulling the ropes. You start with the heel, you move through the middle of the foot, your bubbling spring, and then you go to the front of the foot. Inhale here. Whoosh. Try washu. Inhale first. Whoosh. Whoosh. One more. Whoosh. Now start back with the toe first on the other side. Whoosh. Toe to heel. Whoosh. 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 And come back into rider on horse position, feet in a V. Let's shake it out. Bringing the elbows into the body. You're going to just release the wrists now. Forward circles. Back circles. Bring the arms out into a T. Rolling forward with the hands and the upper arms. And the elbows are never locked here. And then rolling back. And let it go. And now we'll do the walking meditation on the opposite side. So shifting towards your left, bring your left heel, bring your right heel forward. Pulling the ropes. Inhale. Whoosh. 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 Feel the power of those hips. Whoosh. Whoosh. Good. Now start back with the toe on the other side. Whoosh. Toe to heel. But come through the bubbling spring and feel that. Whoosh. 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 And we're back. Whoosh. Into feet in a V. And now we're going to do rocking motion and 19 movements in one pose. The first is the forward, back, up, down weight shift. Here's your inhale. Here's your exhale as you go back and the toes rise. 4. We're going to go to 9, the noble Chinese number. 5, 6. Breathing in, breathing out. 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. Rest on globes of energy and resistance to gravity here. Feet in a V. Now our next move is called bird flaps its wings. Your feet come into a V. Leave enough space that you can drop down, opening the thighs here. So inhale, and you're a bird on the edge of a branch. Exhale down, lifting your heels. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. Third one, wrist circle forward. The bird is learning to fly. Inhale back, lengthen. Second cycle of 3. Inhale back. Last cycle of 3. It's a 3 times 3 equals 9 move. And inhale back. Sink it down, resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. Really feel that sense you're pushing down against gravity there. And now you're going to bring your feet out into a V and shift towards your right to bring your left heel forward. And this is our first forward back weight shift. Inhale in chest high water and exhale just as you pass the heart area. Here's your inhale, and here's your long exhale that returns to the left side. In general, everything starts and ends on the left side. That's 4. We're going to go to 9. And the circle starts outside the knee that's forward. In this case, it's your left leg. Let's just do 2 more. Inhale here and exhale all the way around here to come back here. And that's your inhale. And sink it down. Resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity, always just one of those, one resistance thing there, right between the left and right sides. Now your right heel is going to move forward, and you're going to bring the hands out here, inhaling and exhaling. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale and exhale. Ground this down and rest on globes of energy. Shift it now towards your right to bring the left forward, and this is going to be a round the platter variation. You're picking up a ball of energy at your left shoulder. Inhale. And you're dropping it center on the exhale. And everything is soft, continuous, and circular. 3 more. Last one. Around the platter variation comes to a graceful conclusion, ending on the left side with one single grounding. And now shift it over to the left to bring your right heel forward. Around the platter variation, and the circle's now going to start at the upper chest here, right at the shoulder, your right shoulder, and then move around to your left side, all the way around here towards the body, and then out again. Inhale. So on we coming forward, we call that expansion. Coming back, we call this contraction. It has to do with the breath and also the fact that you're moving forward and you're moving back on that exhale. Inhale forward, exhale back. So you're also crossing both hemispheres of the brain. When you start on this side, you end on this side. So that causes, after a while, you go into parasympathetic nervous system here because we're slowing ourselves down, connecting mind, body, spirit, and especially the breath and weight shift. And last one on your right side. If you come out in a V, rider on horse position, sink it down. Shift towards your right. Bring your left forward for bass drum. The palms are in polarity here. There's polar points in the centers of the palms. They need to be facing. Inhale and now come here and all the way up and exhale back. And check in your mind, is your back leg in a 45-degree angle to the front? The front leg has to come right out from the hip. So here's your inhale. And here's your exhale. And this move is, if you do it with your cats or dogs, they get very excited because it's like an invite with both hands, like you're going to throw a bone or something. So here's your inhale, and here's your exhale back. 3 more. And feel how the wrist starts to just let go here and how rounded your palms are. And last one. Things start to get slower and slower as we move with this practice. Inhale, sink it down. Now shift towards your left and bring your right heel forward for bass drum. Inhale and exhale back. It looks good what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the crown of the head is straight up from the feet, and that needs to happen. If I look from my third eye, which is the middle of the forehead, so that I'm never looking down, because the spine needs to connect from the back of the skull through the neck area and then down through the upper chest and to the base of the spine there, right at the tailbone. So think about that. How long do you want to be? And one more of bass drum. Come back, feet in a V. Inhale here. And sink it down, resting on globes of energy and resistance to gravity. Very good. Now you're going to shift to the right, bring your left forward. And this is going to be daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. The arms are open like they are in Tadasana, mountain pose in yoga. And you're really extending out to all these mountains around you. So as you come up here, you're coming over 2 mountains And then your left hand crosses behind the right, right at the heart. And you get this feeling of two people together, one on the outside, one on the inside person being you. And the connection is made right at the heart. Breathing in, breathing out right at the heart, and all the way down to the abdomen. Daughter on the mountaintop. 3 more on the left side. Beautiful. Bring it out into a V with your feet. Sink it down. Shift it towards your left. Bring your right heel forward. Daughter on the mountaintop starts down here and comes up 2 mountains. Inhale. 2 circles intertwine right at the heart with your left hand, still the one that's behind because it's your heart hand. Six. We're going to 9. 7. 8. Last one of daughter on the mountaintop. Bring the right foot back to bring it into a V. Inhale here and sink it down. Shift towards your right to bring the left forward for our next move, which is going to be daughter in the valley. She starts up here, almost like cactus in yoga, right? You're going to exhale down. Inhale through the center, body, and release out. So here you climb up the mountains you've just climbed before. You go to the top, you see them, you can see the valley below, you exhale down slowly. Four, we're going to make this 4. 5. 6, make sure you're feeling this beautiful weight shift forward and back on your inhale forward. And your exhale, as you look from the tops of the mountains, it makes a heart. And one more here on your left side. Your left side being your left foot forward, right? And come back here, inhale and sink it down. Now shift towards the left, like you're going to hitchhike this way, and bring your right heel forward. You're going to start up here on tops of the mountains. There's 2 of them. And as you exhale down slowly, you prepare to inhale forward. Keep the spine long. Watch that the crown of the head doesn't start to shift forward over that knee. We want to have the knee as long as we possibly can. Healthy, without putting any weight, either of the head or any other part of the body, over that knee. It needs to be free. 3 more. Only the torso. 2 more. Last one. Of daughter in the valley. Feet come back now into a V. Inhale Just sink it into the ground. And now we'll do several groundings. Inhale up to the heart. Exhale down to the abdomen. Inhale up to the head. Exhale it all the way down, keeping your body long. Inhale up to the trees. Open out. Inhale here and sink it down slowly. This is called relaxation response. Now inhale all the way up to the mountain, slight back bend of the upper spine. And then exhale it down slowly. Feeling all the vertebrae of the spine behind you as you come down here. And then rest on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. And our next move will be carry the ball to the side. We'll start over here on the right. We'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to the left. We'll go back to the right and come back finally to the left. So it's going to be 3 cycles of this. Ready? Feet in a V. Shift down, bringing your knees to soft position. And now pick up the ball of energy. Bring out your left foot and come across. 1, 2, 3. Good. Bring in that outside foot. Your right foot comes in. Next cycle of 3. Feet in a V at the beginning. Release this heel and then move across. It feels like your hips are on a bench here. And the third one, you bring in the outside foot, which is your right foot, because I am mirroring you here. And you're going to wind up again. Bring out that foot. And this is the third group of 3. Carry the ball to the side. And now we wind up towards the left and move towards the right. So we bring that right heel out. 1, 2, 3. Bring the left foot in. Sink down, feet in a V. Wind up. Bring out this heel. Come across. Sink. And one more over here. Inhale. This is a side-to-side weight shift. Very important, which is why we need lots of space. You need about at least 5 feet to do this. And bring the other foot out. So if you don't have 5 feet, there are ways to repeat on the same foot, but it's optional. Second group of 3. Inhale to rise, exhale to sink. And third group of 3. Notice how when you're moving, it's kind of in a squat position. Now you inhale to lengthen, and then you finally release. Very good. Carry the ball to the side. Takes us right to the next move, which is push-pull. You go back to your forward back weight shift again. So now you're going to shift to the right, bring your left heel forward, and you're going to inhale first and then exhale. Heel of the hands move down, the fingertips come up, the palm turns back to you on the inhale. Exhale out. Inhale back. It's also called giving and receiving energy. If you give someone a flower, you feel really happy that they like it because it's so beautiful. So that giving and receiving is right here. Here's the inhale. Oh, wow. I like that. Exhale. Inhale back. Let's call this 5. We're going to go to 9. So four more. When you come up with the fingers, feel the palms turn here as you return to this inhale. And feel the weight shift come back on the inhale. Good. Exhale forward, pushing, pulling, inhale back. And we'll do one more. Exhaling forward, fingertips come up, turning the palms slowly. Inhale back and bring the left foot in. Sink it down. Shift towards the left. Bring your right foot forward. Push, pull, or giving and receiving energy. Exhale. Inhale the fingertips up. Turn the palms back to you on the inhale. The energy moves out, and then it moves back to you on the inhale. We'll do four more on this side, on your right side. Enjoy this circle. It's so beautiful. It comes down, and then, like all circles never end, it comes back to you with the energy. And then the energy moves forward without stopping that circle. And we'll make this the last one. Inhale the foot back in, feet in a V. Sink it down. Our next move is called pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe. You're going to shift to your right. Bring your fingertips up in a circle. And the star that you're looking at to bring the energy in is behind me. Mine's in front of me. You're going to inhale, bringing in energy from the most distant star in the universe. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 more. Last one. On your left, pulling in the energy from the most distant star. Sink it down. Rest on globes of energy for a moment. Shift it towards the left to bring the right foot forward. Fingertips are up. The energy is going to come in through the fingertips. Inhale out. Exhale back. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one of pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. Inhale and sink it down. Rest on globes of energy. As we move towards the tappies, there's 4 of them. We're going to take a sip of water first. Hydrate. The taffies are like the allegro part of a symphony. They really feel like they're active. So you move through heavy air in the center of every move and be conscious of that. I usually use my exhale there or my core. So if I go in here, inhale here and move to the right, my right hand is underneath and I'm going to feel this separation. Whoosh. Whether I actually express it like that or whether I just go inhale. There's almost the feeling at the end of relief. So there's a bit of sinking down in this when you do it. And your knees are really spongy almost all the way through this whole practice. Okay, basic taffy, left hand under. The left hand will be the invite hand. Bring in the outside foot, which is your right foot. Sink. Right hand under, pulling the palms apart is sticky taffy. And then you bring the in out in the left foot. And here we go the opposite way. And two more. One's to your right and coming back to your left. Your left hand will be underneath the elbow. It's your invite hand. Beautiful. Our next move is called anchor taffy. You're going to anchor your right hip and bring your left leg forward, pulling the taffy. Open the hips. Inhale and sink. Bend your knees. And now bring it to the left. With your invite hand being the hand under the elbow. And now your left hip is the anchor. Your right hand comes underneath the elbow. You inhale to rise and sink here on the exhale. And then you pull the palms apart here and bring in your left foot. And continue. Right foot, right hand under. Invite hand underneath, moves you to the right. Now we'll move back to the left. Open the hips, sink, and bring it to the left. Beautiful. Good. Okay, our next one is going to be circles taffy, feet in a V. Move it to the left. Bring in the outside foot. Second cycle. 1, 2, 3. Right hand underneath. Pull it to the right. And now inhale to rise. Sink. Feet in a V. Beautiful. Two more. First to the right. Good. Whatever happens, we end up at the left. 1, 2, 3. Left hand under. Rise to inhale and sink. Resting on globes of energy. That's the first variation. Our first variation was anchor taffy. Our second variation was the circles taffy. And the third variation is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Left hand under. Left heel comes down. Bring up the knee and then drop this onto the heel and then move towards the front of the foot. And this has the heart protector move, which is right above the inside of the arm. Two more, one's to the right and one's to the left. Perpetual motion taffy, the third variation, comes to a graceful conclusion resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. And now our next move is going to be working the pulley. So you're going to bring your left hand forward and you're going to bring that exhale there. And then you bring this hip back with the inhale. And that's going to be the governing on your left side. On the right side, it's going to be the right hand and then the right hip. Here's your exhale. And here's your inhale. Yeah. Okay. So this is it's as if you're the leader of a lot of people with string. Okay, so let's bring your hand forward here. On the exhale, it's a diagonal cross that occurs with the feet. You slide on the back ball of the foot. You slide on the front heel, and that turns the body. But it's governed by the exhale here and the inhale back. And the other hand is the partner hand, which does the same thing at a different time. And one more of working the pulley on your left side. Sink it down. Now shifting to the left, bring your right heel forward. And that right hand is going to be the exhale hand. And this will be the inhale of that hip back. Okay, here we go. Sliding on the front heel. Sliding on the back ball of the foot. When you come back, the front heel slides. When you go forward, the back ball of the foot slides. You just work it together and practice this, and it's quite fun once you get it. Working the pulley on your right side. Let's do two more with this diagonal cross. Last one. Good. Bring in the right foot. Sink it down. Rest on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. And we're next going to do light at the top of the head, feet in a V, sinking down. The light at the top of your head is right here at the back of the skull. You're going to stand really tall and sink and rise. Exhale, inhale. 3 times. This is the 3rd time. And now you circle the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites, over the crown of that head. And then you hold the energy there. It's supposed to be the Tao that you're holding. It's a circle. And you sink and rise 3 times. And let that go out into the universe, actually through the ground here. And inhaling back up with your heart hand on the top. The heart is closer on the left side, so that your left hand becomes the high hand here. And sink it down and bring it to your temples. Light at the temple, feet in a V. And now circling it 6 to 9 times. And then holding it. Sink and rise and let it go 3 times. Out into the universe and back to your heart. Your left hand is on top. I like to look at mine and see it, see the chi that's built through the fingertips, and sink it down slowly. And this is a breath exercise now. It's joyous breath. So feet in a V. It's expressing the joy of meditation. Inhale up. And we're going to come down with 4 hms. The third one, you're going to bring your feet all the way down to heels. Inhale, come to the balls of the feet, and third, second cycle of 4. Feet. Last cycle of 4. Joyous breath comes to a graceful conclusion here. Inhale and sink it down, resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. Passing clouds, all things change. If you brush your elbow, you'll feel a figure 8 here as you draw it with your index fingers. And as you come a little bit to one side and the next, it's there, figure 8. The promise of joy and happiness that comes from doing this beautiful meditation of Tai Chi Chih. 19 movements in one pose. And now we bring this back to the center. Inhale and sink it down. And we come to the 6 healing sounds, which are for the heart, ho, for the spleen, hu, for the liver, su, for the lungs, sh, for the triple heater, shi, and for the kidneys, chi. And we do this basically with just whispering, but we're going to do it with sound. Ho, hu, su, sh, shi, chi, ho, hu, su, sh, shi. 5 chewies with heel step. Tree, 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 tree. Mixing the feeling of yin and yang, all the opposites, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. In cosmic consciousness pose, your left hand close to the heart. Looking through the window of eternity and over it, interlacing the palms, fingers, bring them overhead in gratitude for our practice that we've done of Tai Chi Chih today and Qigong. We are all grateful. Thank you for your practice and have a wonderful week.